Alright, this better work. I'm so done with this. Oh my god. Can you guys hear me? Maybe. Yo, I'm sick like a joke. It is crazy. I should even be doing this right now. Let me turn this down a little bit. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. But it's the green release. I gotta do it. Oh, I gotta do it. Boom. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we're doing it. Who cares? Okay. I think we should be okay. Should be okay. Let me know if it lags. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. We're just gonna go through it. We're just gonna go through it. I already tried to change a lot of different things. I don't know why, like, my streaming has been like so problematic lately, but it's just one of those things we gotta deal with, I guess, you know. Let me make sure. Because if it lags, I'm just gonna do a video and then just post it later, you know what I'm saying? I really wanted to get some discussion, but it may not go that way, you know. It says video output low. I'm like, how even? It is the lowest that it can be. Like, it is the lowest it can be. Ooh, I know what. Yeah, let's turn off that thing. Probably can hear in the background. Oh, I got one other thing I can try. One sec. There you go. Alright. Okay, we should be good. We should be good. Alright, I'm done messing with this thing. I'm honestly done messing with it. If it lags, I'm so sorry, guys. But if you can hear me alright, and then I'll just go and record it, and if all else fails, I'll just make a video. So we got the new green cards out. Obviously the new strategy page, or the page for the strategy, got updated for the set 5. A lot of new cards, obviously a lot of new Android support. I'm very happy to hear that, happy to see that. And let me go ahead and change. I was saying this the perfect cell theme. Okay, I wanted to open it up with the perfect cell theme, so we're gonna open it up with it. Diego says Super 17 is better with the cell chain or with the combination of with C13. What do you mean? C13. I don't know what that means. Android 13? Who knows? That thing's loud. Let me just lower that down. To me, I think cell chain with the other one, because it's designed to have cell, you need absorb. It could work. You just got to be careful with your card choices. I'm actually working on the red green already. Should be fun. So yeah, we got a lot of Super 17 cards, all about the androids. Yo, who did this? Who did that? Yo, oh my god, Joel, you need to stop with the donations. I do appreciate it. Thank you. He is the people. I am the people's champ. Prove me wrong. Prove everybody wrong. Thanks, Joel. In case you can't hear me, how about that? Yeah, Android 13 with those. I mean, it really all depends. It really all depends on how you make it. But with the burst, and as well as the Android 13, with the 14 to 15, it's not really a bad idea at all. So this guy has critical on the awakened side. He does have burst 2 and then sparking 5 to get the critical, and then his main effect is just There's a Shenron leader for green, the GT Goku, or the Kid Goku, and then all these 17 cards that we're gonna go over, all the new Android support, and as well as one drop Frieza. No one's really talking about this. It's like it's a Bardock basically. It's ridiculous. Vanilla support, and then support for the vanilla, and then all of the one drop sort of extra cards that are now released. So let's see. Let's go into this real quick. Let me refresh one thing right here. Okay, cool. So we got Peel Off, which is interesting. Peel Off is pretty cool, but at the same time, both this one, I think this is probably the most underwhelming one. But I'm not really too mad. Like, green doesn't have too much support in itself, other than the cards that just got released, to warrant like a tier 2 card. Like, this is a tier 2, tier 3 card, but whatever. It says once per turn when your battle card attacks, it gains 15k, just like the Sorbet card, and then choose up to one battle or Dragon Ball from your deck or life and add it to your hand. In testing, by the way, if you have more cards in your life as a Shenron leader, it does become problematic, because if you end up having 6 in your life, you're literally, you can only play the game technically at 2 life basically. And I will say that the Shenron leaders do have access to all the desire cards, so you can still use those. You just have to pay energy. But to be useful as a leader, you kind of need those Dragon Balls in the drop area, so you know. And then the other side says draw 1 and then choose 1 green or black desire card from your hand, and then activate main skill. As we stand right now, the understanding, and it should have been understood as well, is that as soon as you do this effect, it does go through the drop area. You can't just like reveal and then you know, just you keep doing it. Don't do that. It's stupid. Don't do that. And then his main skill, just like all the other Shenron leaders, you remove 7 Dragon Balls, and you choose one card each from your opponent's hand and battle cards and place them in the drop area. It gains 15k, so it's a 30,000 striker basically, and then you get to remove 1 from the battle and 1 from their hand, which is okay. I mean, in correlation with but by the way, I will say with these cards, oh, okay, it does. Never mind. I was gonna say it doesn't specify an Android, but never mind. I'm thinking about the other ones. Anyway, so I guess that's okay. I guess this is okay. That's all I can really say about it. You know, this is nothing crazy. If someone tells me something else, let me know. Let's see. I'm just checking on everything else. Okay, so Super 17. This is burst 2, so top 2 of the deck into the drop area, and then attack in ball 1. I may choose to flip 2 to active, and then flip the card over. So this is the first green android with switch 2 to active, which is a kind of a big deal. I mean, the mirror was pretty okay, but at the same time, I think this is even better. I think this is the best way to do it, because after you cell chain, you don't want to be tapped out, and even if you even if you are, you can't really continue your plays as well. So even if you're playing blue, you can't untap 2 and then Tensu Bean or something like that and untap another. This kind of allows a little bit more play as well. So pretty cool. And then the Sparking, Sparking 5, you draw 1 card and gains critical for the turn, so 15 critical. I wish he gains 5k, that would be even more busted, because the activate main is that if the opponent card has 10 or more cards in hand, your opponent chooses cards from their hand in their drop area until they have 9. So I think that would be cool against like Hercule or like swap decks. It doesn't even have to be Hirudegan, just swap decks in general. There's a couple Galactic Frieza builds going around with swap, and they gain so many cards, and there's a lot of different leaders that just help gain cards in a lot of different engines as well. So I think this is okay. It's just kind of silly. It's just like the 3-drop Vegeta. Overall, I think this is really cool. Machine Mutant is a rare leader, so be prepared for that, etc, etc. I think overall really good. And then Twin Onslaught Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku. Let's see, this one, sorry, I'm just checking everything else. And I'm dying. Twin Onslaught Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku. This is super rare, so we're gonna go through all the super rares, but I think we've pretty much seen all of them at this point, which is why it doesn't need to be 2 different videos. It's a 25,000 striker with double strike with deflect, so no, it can be Crusher Ball or Cold Bloodlusted. I think deflect being on a lot of different cards is good for game enders, but it's gonna be really annoying because a lot of decks won't have a lot of outs, so which means you have to end the game beforehand, or somehow, some way remove this as they play it. You know, I'm not sure what, when, how. I'm not sure how just yet. But for this one, it's a burst 5, so you have to place 5 cards from the top of the deck to activate the skill, which is pretty crazy. When you play the card and your leader card is a green Shenron, choose all of your opponent's battle cards and KO them. So because of the choose all, obviously it gets bodied by barrier, but the other part where it says if there are still battle cards remaining in their opponent's battle area, choose all of them, ignoring barrier, and negate their skills for the duration of turn and gains dual attack. So if they do have something like Analaza or Kami's Power or anything with barrier like Kai, you can still get dual attack and double strike. It's good stuff. I will say, what the hell is going on with the music? Hold up, I'ma fix it. I'ma fix Wolves. Hold up. Yeah, I am super hyped as well, Warzone, man. For the Android 17, that is. If they can't close out, for sure they have more than 10. Yeah, Joel. I think so. I think so. You're thinking about the Universe 7 SR Goku? Is that what you're thinking about? Because that makes sense. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Yep. Put it on this instead. Thank you. Hopefully it won't lag as much. Alright. Moving on, we have the 2-drop Son Goku. 20,000, just like all of the other vanilla cards. Vanilla cards are being power crept as well. The Dimension Support Trunks. That's a good idea. You know? That's it. But it does have support with this, a Spirited Search Pan. Very on the nose. 2-drop for 2 green. Ugh. Activate main, you place this card in the drop area, choose 1 green Super Saiyan Son Goku or the Super Saiyan or Spirited Search Super Saiyan Trunks, which I think is below. Energy cost of 2 and play it, and then shuffle your deck. So you get to attack for 10k for 2 and then play a 2 free drop. That's cool. And with evolve targets, I mean, that might not be a bad idea. So yeah, and this doesn't have a restriction on leader, so you can play in Vegito if you really want to do that. Oh, he's a GT. Never mind. That just kind of ruins everything. Super Saiyan Vegeta, no holding back. 20,000 rare. The dude has a double strike barrier, so that's already, ooh, excuse me, already pretty good. And then as Sparking 5, you have to have 5 or more in drop. You get to KO opponent's battle card. So pretty cool. I mean, I don't really see this get play in like baby. I would rather see this in red, but because it's green and it KOs something, I can understand why they would do that instead. But for a baby, of course, it's a union absorb target. Yeah, you know, you already know. Defensive stance, Super Saiyan Vegeta, super combo. It does have the 10k for 0 cost, and then if you have 5 or more, you get to draw 1. Pretty cool. And then moving on, the Spirited Search Super Saiyan Trunks. The activate main is that if you're 4 or less, you choose 1 green or black desire card from the drop area and add it to your hand. So that's pretty cool. But if you have 5 or more, you get to choose 2 Dragon Balls from your deck and place in the drop area. So you don't get the effects like the 2-star Dragon Ball or the 1-star or the 0 or just the Dragon Ball for 0 cost and draw. You just get to get them into your drop area. I would rather have them be in your hand. That's much better. But because Pan searches it out, you get to activate main or play this instead, and just do it that way. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. I guess that's cool. But if it's oh, it's from your deck. I was about to say, you're about to crit yourself 2 life, so that's not cool at all, actually. Defensive stance, Piccolo, so 4 or less, draw 1 card. Negotiated Krillin. We saw this in the preview, and it's actually the you play the card, it has barrier, 1 drop, and then when you combo from the battle area, you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle combo area and place it in the drop area. So I think that's actually pretty interesting. I don't know about you guys. Like, does anybody else see or think about some play with this card? I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's, I don't know. I think it's all right. I think it's all right. I don't know. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying. But it's cool that it does go to the drop area. So it's not like the Jacko where you actually have to return it to their hand. This is better that they have to do in the drop area. You literally, you gain 5k, but you guys both neg a card, and you get to defend yourself, and they don't get whatever is going on with their combo. So I think in the interaction of like Double Shot Vegeta and as well as Bardock Royal Iron, those type of things, this is going to be a really good card to use. Physical Mastery Oob. When you play, also good card to just side in. I think that's a good green card to side in. Physical Mastery Oob. Burst 3. When you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards of 15k or less and KO it. This is a 3-drop for 19k. Should have made it 21 if you wanted to have so much. Like, it's 2 green and 3 costs for a KO. Which, I mean, if you're gonna be doing that, you might as well just play like Gohan, like the 3-drop Gohan from the starter deck. I would much rather do that. I don't know. From the chats, what you call it? Young Batman said, finally. I agree 100%. And then you can play red green Machine Mutants with baby cards, and the green Vegeta GT also got the 17 leader who is a Machine Mutant android. Yep, I agree. That would be pretty cool. I don't know how it would be. It is just an idea. 100%, it is just an idea. It's a good idea. Endless Malice, Android 17, burst 3. So you must place the top 3 cards from the drop area to activate the effect, and when this card attacks, it gains 5k in critical. So when I originally saw this card, I was really excited, but I realized that it has 2 green specified costs, so it's no longer a 1-drop, which makes 0 sense to me, in which this should be the equivalent to dropping or taking a life with the newfound power Gohan, and as well as all the other 1-drop criticals. So like for me, this should have been a 2-cost 1 specified green, because you're already taking 3 cards out of your deck for it. So, you know. Oh, I mean, I love the song, but you know what I'm saying? Copyrights, you know what I'm saying? Let's go and change that bad boy. Moving on, Deadly Defender 18. So a lot of people are talking about this card only because she is the Vegito, the baby Vegito for green. Every color has one, whereas a 3 cost and it has barrier, and during their turn they can't attack leader cards. So it's a 15k on their turn instead of 20, but when they swing it is 20. But in the Android 17 8 leader, it is a 2 cost, and life it gains 5k, so it is 20 and then 25 on attack. So this is gonna be a really strong card. If you don't see it in a lot of different Android 17 and 18 decks. They're probably doing it wrong. Let's be real here. But this is definitely going to become a staple. It is a rare card, so thankfully, I mean, honestly, you should probably order a playset beforehand. If you saw well, I will say this won't probably go out of print like the theme boosters. Like the theme boosters are only going in price because they are going out of print. They are a limited run print, like the Tournament Power, and as well as the other cards. So, you know, that's what I would say. Order a playset anyway if you believe it's going to be good, or, you know, you get what I'm saying, right? Let me turn this down a little bit. I feel like it's too loud. Is it just me? Maybe it's just me. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Okay, all right, should be good. All right, let's see. So moving on, the Deadly Defender 18, and then I told you I'm dying. The next one is the Hellfire 17. So this one is actually the Union Absorb into the 4-drop. I do believe it's the promo and as well as the rare card, maybe uncommon. We're gonna have to take a look at that. But this one has a barrier. It is Hellfighter 17, so it's not a 2-drop in the Android 17-18 deck, which is kind of silly but makes sense at the same time to balance things out. But it is an Android / Machine Mutant, so you can play that red-green that I was talking about before. But it says place an Android 17 card from your hand or drop area, which is awesome. And then choose one Super 17 with an energy cost of 4 from your deck or drop area and play on top of this card. So what's cool about this is that even in the 17 and 18 deck, it doesn't have it isn't 2 cost, but after you cell chain, which is probably going to be what is going to happen, generally what's missing after a cell chain is the plays after it. So when you get to 4 energy, this would probably be a pretty good time to use it, especially since if you're going to be using the 2-drop blocker from the Tournament Power and as well as the 17 from the Ultimate Box, both of those are blockers, and if they die, you can take that from the drop area and put it under this card and then play your Super 17s right after. So it's not a bad turn 4 play or 4 energy play, especially leaving open 1 energy. And then you go into, not this man, I'll go right back to it, but this man, in which has barrier and deflect, can be Cold Bloodlust or Crusher Balled. And when you play this card, you get to KO one of them, which is just awesome. Like, there's no restriction to that, just like the 17. The Ultimate Block 17, it does the same exact thing. But it is a rare, by the way, so look out for those in the packs. Great. And then Union Absorb, you pay 4, which is going to be pretty common at 5 energy. You can play 4 and then choose 1 cell card from your hand or drop area and place this under this card, and choose 1 Super 17 with energy cost of 6 from your deck or drop area, by the way, and play on top of this card. So you can kind of recycle over and over as long as they don't warp your stuff. So Dimension Madness are through, and as well as Mass Saiyan are both going to be played more and more, so watch out for that. Also, if you do plan on attacking, watch out for that Mufuba. It kind of ruins all of this Union Absorb plays, so you know. Super 17, 6 energy is a 20,000. Why I couldn't make it like 30,000? I don't know. I mean, it's a 6 cause energy, my friend. It's a critical, dual attack, deflect, sparking 10. So they really want you to, like, if you're gonna be playing this card, they really want you to keep using that burst, keep using the sparking super combo. I don't really agree with it, but whatever. And then when this card attacks, if your looted card is a green android, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hand and places in the drop area. This is actually probably one of my favorites, probably because it's an android card, so you know. But it is a critical and dual attack for 20,000, and then every time they attack is 2 drop from their hand. So that's 4 cards in total if they get the 2 attacks off, and then they have to deal with critical right after. So that's pretty good. And of course, with the deflect, most likely, even with the counter, they're gonna be dropping 2 cards at the minimum. Dr. Mew, Evil Genius, my man is a Machine Mutant in green. It is a 4-drop. When you play this card, if you have 4 or more energy, you choose up to 1 green Aureldo with the energy cost of 3 from your deck and play it. Just like the other one, like the Captain Ginyu against double strike. So if we go over to, well, the next page, it has a vanilla 3-drop. What should we call it? You know, the 3-drop, the 3-drop Rildo. You know what I'm saying. Krishi Desai? I don't know how to say your name, my friend. Been on the game since set 3. I'm looking to update my cell ready for set 5. What stuff from TB2 and set 4 should I be getting? So I would say like if we pull it up right here, or yeah, right here. Come on, there you go. So most likely what you want is gonna be the what should we call it? This one, which is a blocker for 20,000 if you're 4 or less, and then at the end of the turn restands, or the Limitless Energy 17, which is a barrier blocker, which already is amazing. But in 17-18, he becomes a 3-drop, 20k, and you get to KO something on the field. So this is pretty much played in every 17-18 deck. I don't know if you play the Cell leader, but I would highly recommend the 17-18 leader instead. But that's just me. And those are really the 2 that you want to pick up. I think Chilling Terror is becoming more and more prevalent with Hercule coming around. But that's just me. That's just what I think. Let's go back to this. If you play this card, it gains it plays the Rildo and then double strike, so that's pretty good. The Rildo has 30,000 power, by the way, so 30,000 power double strike, that's pretty good. And you're at 20 Valve Creator. I hate 19 and 20, but this art is actually pretty dope. That's it. And then when you combo this card during your turn, choose up to 1 of your green Android cards and gains 5k in double strike. So the reason why I believe they didn't give this man a 5k in critical on his Awakened side is because of this card. Yes, it is a 1 cost for 5. So the thing is that when you combo with this card, it's actually gaining 10k and double strike, which is crazy. That is just awesome, because the Android 17 leader, which is why I'm more leaning towards him right now for an aggro / more aggression deck, he is 25,000 critical with double strike. So just think about that for a second. Later in the game, when you play this man, when he's awakened and everything else like that, this is pretty dope. Like that is awesome. Yes, on defense, it is kind of sucky to have a 1 cost 5k, but this is a dope ass card right here. I don't know why I did that. Infernal Fighter Nappa. This man is a 2-drop blocker. He's a whatchamacallit? He's an auto when you place this card in the drop area, or when this card is placed in the drop area from your deck and leader card is green, you may play it without paying its energy costs. Oh, I missed this one. Hold up, what? When you play okay, when this card is placed from the drop area, oh, from your deck. Oh, okay. Alright, that's cool, I guess. I don't know what would pull that out. If anybody knows, let me know. Definitely let me know. Infernal, oh, excuse me. Infernal Emperor Frieza. When you play this card, choose up to 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. This man is awesome. I don't know, like I said, I don't know why people aren't really talking about this card. It's literally the Bardock without swap for green. And it's a 10k. Like you just play it, you take a life and you attack for 10k. Like I'm telling, like, this is just a crazy card. That is just a silly card. It is a Frieza Clan and Frieza Army card. So both the Golden Frieza and then any other searcher can search this out. There is a Golden Frieza green yellow build that I know of, and this is just gonna help that incredibly well. Infernal Villainy Cell, my man. So this is a 20,000 critical card, and it has auto is when you play this card or combo with this card, you draw 1. So this is the quote-unquote unbreakable for green, but at the same time, it could be unbreakable for anything. Like it doesn't say if your leader card is green or the leader card is whatever, you can literally play this in anything. So technically now, Oob has 16 super combos. Yeah, I mean, is that too much? I don't know. You just like never die, just have all your energy open, just never die. But I think that's actually kind of funny. And then Hercule does get a little bit more little more stronger with this card, but with Unbreakable, Booney, whatchamacallit, his super combos, all that, I don't think it's really needed, but you can always replace some Booney if you don't want to drop one. This one, let's play that instead. And Generaldo, I already talked about this one. This is a vanilla 3 cost 30,000 that deems double strike with the Docking Mew. Makes sense, which is weird. I mean, they're associated. It's just like in the actual show, like this man did not care about Mew at all. So either way, this is the 1-drop counter that takes a life if you have 5 or more into your drop area. So this one is like I said, take a life, and then you get to choose one of your opponent's battle cards with 2 or less. As I turn this down a little bit, there you go. And then you get to KO something 2 or less. It's pretty cool. I mean, would you play this over Speedy? I think you would play either one. But just remember that it does require 5 sparking. So later in the game, you're probably going to be using it. And then the other part is that you still have to pay 1 green. It doesn't untap or anything like that. So full power, Speedy, all these other ones, they all have their own purposes. So I wouldn't say one is completely better than the other. I think they're all situational. Unthinkable Faith. As a desire card in which your leader card is a green Shenron. You choose one of your battle cards and place it in the drop area and choose 1 green Goku with energy cost of 2 in your drop area and play it. So just the one that we're just talking about with Pan and the 2-drop vanilla, you get to play that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, would you? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Let's get desire in all areas. Choose up to 2 of your Android cards with energy cost of 3 or less and switch to action mode. So this is an interesting card. Obviously it's a 4 cost, right? So just stay with me here. Even if it is a desire card, you do not have to have a Shenron leader to use it, right? So you only need 4 energy, which is why they made it 4 energy, to play it and switch 2 of your Android cards for 3 or less. So if we take a look real quick at the Android cards, it's actually quite a lot for 3 or less. So yes, it can be Mira, it can be the other Mira, it can be this Mira, right? But when we're really thinking about them, it's really going to be the critical guys, right? The critical Dreadful Duo here, and then Dreadful Duo 18 over here are going to be restaining. And then when you have the Twin Brother 18 and 17, you get to attack again for or dropping 1 card from your hand and then switching one of these guys to active mode. So in theory, if you have everything on board, you could have 5 or 6 attacks in 1 turn, and that's pretty devastating because that's like some veggie stuff, right? Like that's some crazy stuff. But again, just remember that if anybody ever asks you, because it is a desire card, you still get to use it, right? It's still there. It doesn't have a restriction. So let me know what you guys think about that one, because that's actually a pretty interesting thing there. Fertile Messenger. So this one is a 1-drop activate Bane. Leader card is a green Android card. Look at the top 10 and then choose total of 2 Android 17, Hellfighter, or Super 17 among them and add it to your hand. So if you're focusing on the Union Absorb sort of archetype, this is going to be the card to use. It is an uncommon. You can get it foil. I sound terrible. Let's move on to the SRs. 11 SRs appear in set 5. This is a dope ass banner. I hope they have something like this in the like the next regionals. That'd be pretty cool. I know they're gonna have it for nationals, like for sure, like a poster. But they need to sell some like home posters. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of stuff. King Piccolo. We kind of already knew that there's gonna be an SR King Piccolo simply because of this extra card right here. That's it. This is a pretty funny card right here. I really do like it. This is good. This is the card. I don't know if you know, by the way, if you notice that on Shenron's layer they have the banner that has the same art right here, Super Unleashed Charge Goku, Vegeta, I mean, and it has this weird like text on it. That is literally the same card, and it has never been released until today, so I'm just saying. Shenron, beautiful art. I love this art. it is amazing. I don't know if we can get it in like high res. Oh yeah, we can. That's gonna be the thumbnail, boy. All right, let's go through real quick. 100% Yamcha. Yamcha at 100%, same thing, right? This one says when you it's a 3 cost 19k. So this is actually going to be really good in the new Yamcha leader, in which it gives something basically one of your red cards. You can give it the ability to attack in active mode. So that's pretty cool. The activate main is that once per turn bursts 5 if you loot a card as a red earthling, which is Yamcha. For the duration of the turn, this card gains 6k, can't have its attack negated, and then deals 2 damage for your opponent's life when it KOs something, a pedal card basically. So even without the actual sort of ability to attack something in active mode, this is still good. So if something is in rest mode, it's like a Cronoa with 3000 attack power, excuse me, this can't be negated, and it's a once per turn. So you could do it on every single turn or have multiple ones as long as you have cards in your deck to burst out 5. So this is gonna be a really good card. It is funny that it's Yamcha. Like, that is so cool because it is Yamcha. And the other fact is that we have a lot of different 1-drops coming out, from the Kami to the Dende or whatever, and all the announcer cards, and they're all easy targets for this card. I actually am very excited to see what comes out of this and what people can think of. King Piccolo Terror Unleash. Yeah, no, I know, Josh, it's terrible. Like, I feel terrible, but I wanted to make this video. I wanted to stream, so that's all I can say about that. King Piccolo, he was saying that something, like someone has something stuck up my nose. I know that. Like, I am well aware of that. King Piccolo Terror Unleashed, he has double strike for 20,000. He's a 4 cost permanent. If King's return to youth is in your drop area, reduce this energy cost of this card by 1 in your hand. So it's a 3-drop effectively. I do believe this is the extra card, I want to say. I want to say that's what it is. And then an activate main once per turn. Sparking 10, so you don't have to burst. Choose 1 King Piccolo Terror Unleash or King's Return to Youth from your drop area and send it to your warp. And leader card is a red Shenron. Switch to active mode. So it's a 3-drop, 20,000 double striker who switches to active mode once per turn, which is pretty cool. If we go to the card list real quick, King. This is the card that they're talking about. So choose 1 King Piccolo Terror Unleashed and return to youth from your deck and add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. So that makes sense. There you go. That's it. This is the card that people are talking about and how it's sort of busted. I think this is going to be a problematic card, but since it is so energy heavy, you may or may not see play too often. But what it does, it's gonna make some waves. Like, it's definitely gonna make some waves. So this is a 7-drop Union Fusion for 5, triple striker, barrier deflect. So all of these in itself is just stupid. But let's keep going. As a sparking 10, when you play this card, if you have 5 or more energy, choose 1 card from your life and place it in a drop area. And your opponent shuffles all cards in their hand and then draws 3 cards. So it's like a blue cell chain in which can't be cold bloodlusted, it cannot be crusher balled, and when you play the card, it will go off no matter what, as long as you have 10 in your drop. So this is going to be crazy, along with the other Gogeta card, which, if you don't remember, we do have the Gogeta leaders. Gogeta leader. Gogeta. There you go, Shenron Lair. This one in which for 4, you get to draw 2, as long as you have 5 in your sparking, in your drop, I mean. And then choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards and place it in the drop area in any order, or bottom of their deck in any order. So all these cards are really good. Like these 2, you get to draw 1 and then switch 1 to active mode when you Union Fusion. That's still good. And then we have a plethora. Let's just say a plethora, like legitimately a plethora of Goku cards, unmanageable amount of Goku cards, and as well as a good amount of Vegeta cards in correlation to the Union Fusion. So you have a lot of choices as far as this goes, and it's going to be really interesting to see this card being played, and it's going to be a really strong card as far as this goes as well. So as long as you keep up the sparking and you can get to 5, which is going to be pretty easy, it's going to be really interesting to see. This one in correlation to the what should we call it, the Shenron layer, or the Shenron leader, in which you can give it triple attack that has triple strike, and then put him down to 3 cards. That's crazy. That's just crazy. And I think with this one, with Demigra, with the blue Shenron leader, which is the Great Saiyan Man, all of those are actually going to be really good together, and it's going to be very interesting. So yeah. Anyway, so Frosty Fern says, how do I feel about the card so far? I love him, but it's just gonna be really crazy to see in Nationals. Like, Nationals is gonna be really interesting to watch. Like, if you haven't been in DBS, or if you haven't watched, or you haven't like played or whatever, you should watch the Nationals, because people are gonna be taking things where they're gonna be like, okay, this is gonna be busted, this is gonna be awesome, or whatever, and then they're gonna discover that like half the cards aren't gonna be all that great. And also, I'm very sorry if it's like a little laggy, or the quality isn't that great. I'm doing what I can right now. I don't know what's going on with the stream, but I'm trying to list it out. Plus, I'm recording this, so it's gonna be a separate video afterwards. I just wanted you guys' opinion and just hang out a little bit. Yeah, and deflect means it can be cold bloodlisted or Crusher Ball, because those are the only counterplay cards right now. And the first one was Cronoa for Shikesh. How do I think Janemba would be? I think both leaders are very good. I love the Mill archetype, and I will be playing that in set 5. Will it beat a lot of different decks? I don't know. It really depends on what is going to be played against it, what is going to be meta, etc, etc. So like, in my opinion, I think the Mill Janemba is gonna ruin a lot of people's lives. I'm dying. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me die for a second. Okay. And then the other Janemba, which has critical, is gonna be really interesting to see, because he is a blue leader who has critical, just like Krillin, just like Vegeta, and it has access to all of his exclusive Janemba cards. So very cool. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think Frieza Shenron is still going to be really strong. I think all of these archetypes that are getting support are going to be really strong. People are going to be playing androids left and right, and people are not going to be very ready for the mirror matches. So that's going to be interesting to watch as well. Moving on though, one of my favorite cards now is the 4-drop Gotenks. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was going to say, like, it doesn't have Union Absorb and stuff like that, where you can play Gotenks afterwards, but it does have Union Fusion. This one doesn't have Union Fusion at all, so that's kind of a bummer. Let me go through it real quick after I choose this song. This is a 20,000 double striker with a barrier, burst 5. When you play this card after, so to activate the skill, you have to, you know, to put the 5 cards top of the deck and drop it. You get the point. And when you play this card, choose up to 100 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 or less power and return to the owner's hand. So a lot of people are like, is that a typo? I'm like, no bro, it's right there. It's right there on the card. I don't think that's a typo. They meant to do this because of his ghost attack. So if you aren't into the lore of Dragon Ball, or if you just don't care or know, as I understand, he had like 100 whatchamacallit, ghost attack guys, kamikaze guys. So let me see if I can look it up real quick. If someone can kamikaze attack Gotenks. I'm looking it up right now. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like 100 ghost finish. So here, I'm gonna show it right quick. Kamikaze attack. Here it is. My terrible terrible thing here. Okay, here we go. So it was right here in which, in the movie Fusion Reborn, Goten uses a variant of the Super Kamikaze attack 100 ghost finish, where he summons 100 Kamikaze ghosts to attack the dictator, which is Hitler, and his undead army, which are zombies. And I think if it says, okay, I was gonna like it roll over, it says Hitler. That'd be funny. And then who are attacking Satan City. So that is the basically the reference that they're making, which is awesome. I love. I've been saying awesome too much. I love any kind of references, and as well as like little jokes like that. So if you weren't aware, if you didn't know, that's what it is. Where am I? There it goes. And yeah, that's what it is. Oh, also, yeah, this is yeah. If Chilled ever gets support, the tokens, yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. I think I was joking in the Discord that this is a direct counter to Cooler. Like if you just like spam out coolers, like come on, there you go. But I will say this is like a direct counter to the actual veggies. Like if you're playing against veggies and you want to side in something, you could side in this bad boy. I mean, for any blue, it's not that big of a deal to play for right now. So that's just how I think. And the Fertile Chain Janemba. Yeah, okay. So this guy has 5 energy, 5 blue, bro, you crazy. He has critical for 25,000, and if you play this card, you can't play it anymore for the duration of the turn. And then activate main is if you have 10 or more in your drop area, play this card, place this card in the owner's deck. Very important that you do say owners, or else it goes into their deck. If your leader card is Evil Incarnate, choose up to 1 Janemba from your warp, and with the energy cost of 4 and play it. So there are a lot of Janembas. Let me see if I can go back to it. I wouldn't say a lot of Janembas, but there are a number of them. So the reality. Is that okay? Am I okay? Am I having a stroke right now? Reality Bender Janemba. Demon Sword Janemba, and as well as Phantom Strike Janemba are all targets for that. I think this is my favorite Janemba aside from this one. I like in play, like I haven't played this guy enough for his permanent effect, but this guy has been clutch pretty much every single time. But yeah, either way, those are both good targets, and as well as the other one that brings out this man too. So pretty good. This guy's a 5-drop. Kind of already went over this one, so I'll go ahead and skip it. Already went over this one. My favorite card. And then this guy, which is the one that I was talking about on the banner. This is Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta testing his limits. He is a super... I don't know what I'm doing. 20,000 blocker barrier double strike. And during your turn gains, it gets negative 5,000 power. I don't know why it just... like it loses... I think what happens is that it loses 5,000. Doesn't make sense if it's a permanent, I guess. I don't know. Once per turn, burst 5. You have to have this effect, or in order to use the effect, you have to place 5 from the drop, or to the drop. It switches to active mode. So barrier blocker that switches to active mode and is another Vegito option for you. This is all right. I mean, you still have the Frieza for 3, so I mean that's cool. And it has a double strike. And he can attack it twice. I mean, that's not that bad. Anyway, so the 3-drop Frieza. So more and more play with this one. After having more and more play for him, I think in the previous video I didn't notice that it was 5 or more cards in rest mode. So any energy, any what should we call it? Any battle cards, etc., right? So even the Planet M2 and Planet Vegeta or Planet Namek, stuff like that, can still be in rest mode. So that's something to take note of. Anything that has 5 or more cards in general, most likely later in the game, they can still deal 1 damage. So that's pretty cool. And then choose one of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier. In rest mode, it can't switch to active. You can only have 1. So pretty useful card, but very situational. I see a lot of builds building out into the old SR Frieza, in which switches everything to rest mode and places everything else that's in what should we call it, rest mode into the drop, so I get it. Shenron, the Wish Granter. So this one can't attack either, but it is a stronger version of the other 4-drop Shenron, in which this one says Sparking 7. When you play this card, you draw 2 cards. Wow. Okay, and then choose up to choose up the 4 of your energy and switch it to active mode. So this is basically for 1 if you activate that, and then switching the song, because this one probably isn't really thematic to this. It says 7. Is it wrong? I don't think so. I don't think so. Which one? Which one are you talking about? 7 or more? Nah, that's not wrong. And then for this one, it says choose 1 battle card over 3 or less from your drop area and play it. Makes sense. And then choose one of your leader cards or battle cards. It gets 15,000 power and a triple strike for the duration of the turn. So one of the things I think people are sleeping on are both this one as well as the other Shenron cards. People are very stuck on a lot of different archetypes, I guess. And yes, this one and as well as the other Shenron can be easily removed, especially with Dimension Manifester Fu, which I was saying before, because it sends it to warp and not to the drop area, and because it doesn't have barrier, it's going to be very important to run those cards. And I think for this one, even for this one, if you get one of these effects off, I think it's going to be worth it. And switching to 4 to energy and hopefully not having any kind of removal afterwards, it's going to be very important to get this guy off the field, that's for sure. So if you're not playing removal or something in form of removing active battle cards, you might have to think about that going into set 5. But for this card, it gives, wow, I'm dying. It gives triple strike and 15k, and the other one gives, I think, 5k, and this is why I have Shenron's Lair. So I won't talk on my ass. This one, this is the starter rare. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it gains 5k in critical, so that in itself is pretty crazy. So if you're thinking of something like if you have, let's say, this card and as well as the new Gogeta right after it, like the 7-drop Gogeta after it, it has triple strike, barrier, deflect, and it brings them down to 3 cards. Like, I'm still stuck on that. So if you have this guy and then you play the Gogeta right after, and then you switch to energy, I mean, it's like if you just have this man out on the field, it's just crazy. This is gonna be a crazy ass what should we call it, crazy ass combo. Like, I am just saying that it's gonna be a crazy ass combo. And I think he's up here, right? No? Yeah, okay, yeah, he's right here. So yeah, when you play this card, so still, I mean, even then you can give it triple strike critical for 30,000, and then shuffling all their cards into the deck and just removing any kind of hope of a plan to deny it, basically. I mean, there's other things like this card as well, in which if you give this guy triple strike in triple attack, so the Shenron leader gives triple attack and this guy gives triple strike, and you play this guy outside of with a wish or something like that, during your turn, if your leader card is black and there's 15 or more same cards in your and your opponent's drop areas, and when this card is negated or and it fails to deal damage in a battle with your leader card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's life and set it to your warp. So doing this 3 different times, which I just realized it has critical already, but that makes sense to give it triple strike critical and then triple attack. So all these things kind of stack. Like, I don't think that's outside of the rules, by the way. So people are like, I'm gonna be trying it obviously, but if they counter, then you automatically get a life warped. And if they try to combo out of it, it's gonna be what, 20. That's something ridiculous. So 30, 49,000 critical triple strike. Like, if you get that combo off, that's just wild. Like, that's GG. Like, that is just, like, I don't care what anybody says, that's GG. That's just crazy. Like, does anybody else feel that way? Is it just me? Is it just me? And Adrian? Yeah, no, like, bro, like, that's just crazy, bro. That's just crazy. All right. that's pretty much it, guys. Like, that's all I really wanted to go over. We have the box promotion. I'm dying. The SPRs, and as well as the SCR cards. I do believe the SCR is going to be either Gogeta. It's very plain to see that Gogeta is getting a lot of support and a lot of different strong busted ass cards. It's going to be Shenron because it's Shenron wishes and makes sense, or it's going to be Super 17. Anything outside of that does not make sense. We already know that the SPR cards are going to be the Vegeta and as well as of Janemba. Frieza, I don't really see getting something special for that. Yamcha, who knows? That you know, I don't really care about that guy. But either way, I think this is going to be a really fun set. I think this is going to be really interesting to see. I think going into the game for the next, like, even during nationals, even during like post set 5, is going to be very crazy. Like, they're going to be they're like, we already know that the set 5 or the set 6 is going to be based on Broly, and as well as the Dragon Ball Super movie. However, I will say that even before that time, this set is going to be just wild. Like, there's going to be a lot of different things that people are going to be expecting, a lot of different things that people are going to be playing that counters a lot of other things. But overall, I think it's going to be just like one thing's going to beat another, and one thing's going to be another. It's going to be a very much of a triangle sort of things with a lot of things in between. So, I don't know. I'm very confused right now, and I'm still confused, bro. Like, going into the shop championships, like, you're gonna be seeing a lot of Hercule, but you're gonna be seeing Hirudegarn, but not gonna see Hirudegarn because you're gonna be seeing Hercule, and then you're gonna be seeing Pan, which Pan kind of struggles against like super aggro, but I don't know. Like, even then, I feel like I'm a little confused. So does that? Oh, okay. Every SR is getting SPR. Okay. Oh yeah, that is true. Set 5 and set 6. That is the thing. I don't know. Let me see real quick. Like, tell me a little bit more as far as that goes. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna look. Like, I'm already done with the actual video part, but just kind of hanging out right now. One sec. What I'm looking for is the thing, I think, or the new set 5 stuff, which I think Super Players put out something as far as the article. Let me go look it up. Okay, never mind. I don't think they actually put the article out. I think they just went over it. I'm like, chill, bruh. Oh, I spelled Broly wrong. There he goes. Alright, I found it. So this is the set 6 info, and yeah. Oh, I know fusion's from the hand. Did I say it's not? My bad. My bad, dude. The SR is when you play this card, rip up your opponent's leader card. I'm down with that. Like, if we can physically say, okay, boom, boom, give me your card, that's gonna be hilarious. Androids beats all? I don't know, man. I wish. I motherfucking wish. Wish you would. Oh, anyway. Yeah, so for this stuff, just saying Series 6 for Dragon Ball, I'm just looking for, okay, 2 secret rares in Series 6. And then 11 super rares, 18 rares, 11 special rares. So yeah, just like this upcoming set 5 is going to have the same amount. And then 12 cards, each packs, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yep. Already know that. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. I mean, the tournament packs, whatever. Like, this is the same stuff all over the place. Yeah, that's My Hero Academia. I actually am like super behind on that, actually. But, you know, this is actually Dokkan Battle for the music, but previously I was playing My Hero. I think what I'm gonna do, because I am so sick and I'm dying right now. I'm gonna just sit the fuck back, lay down, and watch my hero. Does that sound good? I don't know. Either way. Any other comments, concerns, everybody? I just want to get these out before I end the stream. I gotta put this back. Also, still shout outs to Joel. Thank you for the $5, dude. It's gonna pay for my box. 100%. Where my thing at? I meant to. There is a delay for the live stream, so sorry about that. I meant to do it live. So in the next live stream, if we do fight it tonight, I'll make sure to fix the streaming sort of issue going on right now, and then make sure everything is immediate. Because I only do that because when I am playing the game, I don't want people to see my hand and then able to immediately counter me, so or make a plan. But I don't know, that's just me. If Gogeta is the new Broly movie, oh, he is going to be 100% in the new Broly movie. Like, there is no doubt. Like, everything is pointing to that. Like the new Broly, like the promo, and then we're getting a promo Gogeta for the new movie. And then everything's being hinted by that. Like 100% Gogeta is going to be in the new Broly movie. Like, there's no reason for him not to be. He's gonna be revealed at the end, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy because everybody's gonna be hyped. It's gonna be like UI all over again. I don't think he's gonna go UI. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna go blue. But I mean, that's just me. The other SR would be Broly, yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, I just missed that comment. Preface of Discovery Goku. I think that's actually going to be pretty good. I think what's crazy about it though in the Shenron leaders is that you can use a desire card and just untap 2. Like it's just like whatever. Like I'm just going to go ahead and untap 2. This is like a Shigesh, and there's no way to cold bloodlust or counter an extra card. So you're just gonna let it happen. Just let it happen. Don't do anything. Don't think about it. Just let it happen, buddy. Has anybody started building decks, or is it just me? Hold on, because I'm gonna be working on decks for the Dropbox. I gotta think about like whatchamacallit, life, you know. I gotta think about the shop championship tournament, like what I'm gonna be playing. But I mean, I don't know. Gogeta blue. UI Gogeta would be actually pretty cool. I mean, I'm not. Oh, they already moved it. Someone already fixed it, I guess. Yeah, I would gladly see that. I was working on this one. I really wanted to make a red blue sneaky snick. That sneaky snick. I really wanted to make it red green, but I needed more red cards. I had a version with both Cell Chain as well as a set 17, but I'm like leaning towards like don't really need that, you know. Don't really need that. There's only one 17 in this, which I gotta find more room for another 17. So you know, that's how I see it. There's only one target for this guy too, which is the cell. So I don't know. I gotta redo it. I had this one right here, which had all the cells in the cell chain, but still had all the red, which I think would be pretty cool. Let me switch that out. I don't know. Yeah, UI Gogeta would be pretty lit, actually. I mean, let's just talk about that for a second. So Punisher, and then I dodge everything. But the Oolong deck, that's cool, Batman. I mean, Oolong, you know, I'm just thinking about like what. I mean, Oolong, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like his wish is this one, which draw one card and then choose up to one of your opponent's, or yeah, opponent's power cards and gets -5,000 for the turn. I think that's really the only one. Both of these two And then oh, excuse me, it just has access to everything else as far as has access to everything as far as, wow, we're really not gonna do that one. I think it starts with peel off, right? Yeah, I think it starts with peel off. Peel off. I can't believe this man has more cards than PyCon and whatchamacallit, Gogeta. Well, Gogeta has enough cards now, but still. Yeah, Oolong. You draw 3 cards, choose one of your battle cards against 15k power. That's pretty cool. You know, that's all I can really say. I mean, it does have a lot of red support now. Like, red just has really awesome support now. Like, leader card is red. This man put out a French game. Let's just talk about that. So I mean, you could give double strike 15k, which is 30 now. Pretty cool. You could use the Deadly Defender Krillin, which is going to be pretty easy with all the other desire cards to put him out. This guy, this has to be a red Earthling, which Oolong is, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, active Eater's technique. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is going to be the Yamcha for any red Earthling card, which we really have 2. So Earthling, Earthling, Earthling. Oh yeah, Hercule is one. Oh, that's pretty lit. Completely forgot about that. It's like Hercule is just he's a alien champ, bud. Anyway, yeah, those 3. Some more leaders than I thought. Yeah, Gogeta Super Saiyan God. Like that's the type of thing where I think is gonna be really cool, but I know it's not gonna happen. You know, I think more just because of everything in the Tournament Power. I think UI Gogeta is more likely. But that's just me, boo. Anyway, this is what I have right now. I'm gonna test it out, see how it does. If anybody wants to play later, let me know. Look at that guy. He's just like, look at me, I'm fucking beautiful. That's it. That's it, guys. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'll make this video later in case all the stream and everything else like that was kind of laggy and everything. I'll make a video later, and that way everybody can take a look. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of the stream. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.